Mums and dads, good evening, boys and girls. Good evening, uncles and aunties. Good evening, grandmas and grandpas. Welcome to yet another edition of Just for Kids with Aunty Kes podcast, your weekly show where we sit and have a chat with different children of Botswana with an intent really to appreciate the talent that is there, that our children so greatly have been blessed with. And today I am here with a 19-year-old young lady who, has a rather interesting talent and passion. So I just invited her today to come and, have a chat with us so we get to know a little bit about who she is and also how you, as a child at home, can also venture eventually into what she does. She will introduce herself and tell us briefly what she does. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Aunty Kes. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm anxious, but I'm doing okay.
Oh,
I'm
you're
doing
anxious.
okay.
But you're
I'm
doing fine.
okay.
Nothing to worry about.
Just a big smile.
Just a big smile. I love
Yes.
that. You are a professional Latin dancer.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we delve into that, I would like to know who is Tlotlo Mogotlwane. Please tell us your name and a little bit of background about yourself.
Hi everyone out there. My full name is Tlotlo Rona Mogotlwane. Ke tswa Molepolole. I am 19 years of age, and I've been dancing for 13 years now.
13.
Yes.
When did you start dancing?
I started dancing standard 1 when I was 7 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So this has been quite an interesting journey.
It has.
You started dancing in standard 1. You just completed Form 5 2 years ago, almost
Yes.
just under 2 years ago.
Yes.
And how has it been? Tell us a little bit about that.
Let me take you back to when I was introduced to Latin. So, in class, I'm a smart kid, but
I love that.
I could tell from a young age at home, Christmas parties, graduations, birthdays, I was the one that was in the middle of the circle. I was dancing for everyone, putting a smile on everyone's face. I was that kid. So I knew from a young age that, you know what, I just love dancing. It's a way for me to express. So one day, just in class, I think it was around term 2, a teacher came into class that she was like, so we have extracurriculars, and she started naming, and when she said dance, my ears picked up. I was like, now she's speaking my language.
She's speaking my language.
Yeah, so then we went, we were training at the school hall. So then I was like, I didn't know what it was, but I was like, it's dance, I'm there. Anytime.
And which school is this?
St. Mary's Primary School in
Tlokweni.
Yes.
Okay. So you must have quite a huge love for this teacher, for he or she introduced you to what you now perceive as your future.
She was my, one would say, my star in the dark night. She's the one her name is Mama Diabas.
I was about to ask you to just say her name.
Her name is Mama Diabas.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to both you and her. So you mentioned that you would perform for your family. I'm assuming, as you mentioned, that you are from Molepolole. Obviously, you grew up here in Gaborone.
Yes.
I just heard you say in Tlokweni. You went to Tlokweni,
Yes.
a school in Tlokweni. But I would like to know, just in terms of your family background, how many siblings do you have? Ngwana wa bokae, mo lapeng, jalo jalo.
I am the firstborn. I have one younger sibling.
Okay.
He's a boy, Kopano. Yes. I grew up we lived at my grandmother's place. Yes, so we are very huge, Malaping. Yes, we lived with my cousins, my uncles. So I was pretty surrounded by a large family. Yes, I just grew up with love, encouragement. They loved what I did because,
it's unique.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just grew up with that. And yeah.
Okay. So what exactly is Latin dance? How different is it from your ballroom dance or any other dance for that matter? What is Latin dance?
Okay, so there's ballroom dance. Ballroom dance in the name is it's dances you do in a ballroom.
Okay.
Yes. So under that there's standard and then there's Latin.
Wow. So
Yes.
it is a type of
It
ballroom
is.
dance.
It is.
Okay.
It is a sport.
Uh-huh.
Both dances are a sport.
Okay.
Yes. Under Latin specifically, there are 5 dances. There's cha-cha-cha, there's samba, there's ramba,
Wow.
there's paso, then there's jive.
Okay.
Yes. So cha-cha-cha is rhythmic. It's a cheeky dance. With samba, it's more sensational. You know, there's a
Wow.
lot of hip movement in it. There's a lot of fierce. There's a lot of fire in it. And then we have ramba. Ramba is also known as the dance of love. That's where we
Wow.
get to calm things down and just do it with emotion. That's where we get to test connection, if you can connect with the crowd, with your movement, with your steps.
Wow.
Then there's the paso doble. The paso doble is a dance where one would say it's a dance between a matador and the bull.
Wow.
Yes, that's where paso doble comes in.
Oh.
And then with jive, jive is a very hype dance. It's a dance that you do to show excitement and you know, and it's very energetic. It's speed, it's yeah. So there are 5 dances in Latin.
Okay.
But there are also levels that you lower levels they dance 1 to 2 dances, and then as you increase you get to dance 3, you get to dance 4, you get to dance all 5.
Wow.
So it really depends on what level you are in.
Okay.
Yes.
So, do you have to specialize in either or you know, or all of those categories?
You mean the jive or
Yeah, the ones that you've just mentioned.
Uh-huh,
For you to consider yourself a professional, as you've just outlined now, you're a
Yes.
professional Latin dancer.
Yes.
Do you have to know all of them, or you can specialize in 1 or 2 or 3?
You specialize in all of them.
In all of them.
Yes.
Okay.
In all 5.
So we have had this type of sport in Botswana for years now.
Yes.
I want to believe that because I've previously been invited to an event that was organized, and I think Bodesa, is that the association, the sporting Bodansa. So that
Yes.
is it's a registered association, and is it under the Botswana National Sport Commission?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So where you train, which is Moonlight Dance Studio, have you always been there, or when did you start now formally practicing with them?
I started dancing with them while I was doing Form 4. So that was in 2023.
If you can just speak up a bit.
That was in when I started doing my Form 4. That was in 2023. Yes.
And prior to that, you were just dancing at your school.
I actually took a break because of COVID. When we to high summer 2020, I took a break because constrictions, and then I just started after I finished my junior school, and then into senior school. That's when I discovered Moonlight. It was like, yeah, I need to go back to my passion. Yes.
So prior to that, you were just doing it at the school.
Yes, I was just doing it at primary.
Okay. So in terms of just take up, you know, particularly at the school, from when you were much younger, standard 1, as you said, how was the take up at the school? And also, I'm assuming that you would also compete with other children from other schools. How is take up generally for children in Botswana? And also give us insight into how take up is now with Moonlight, where you are now.
Back then in primary, we were competing. My first competition was in school. So we did a lot of competitions in school first. And then we started competing outside. I think when I was in standard 6. Yes, our first competition outside was in Mahalape. And then from Mahalape, that's when you went to Mafike. We went to Mafike, and that was my first ever competition outside the country.
Wow.
Yes, and then after that, it just was either locally or in South Africa. And then at Moonlight, we compete in South Africa, but there is also one local competition that we also partake in is the Independence Cup. Yes, we also compete there.
Okay. And so how many children do you compete against? I just want to gauge the level of interest and, how many children actually sign up for Latin dance.
Well, actually a lot, because there are a lot of clubs in it. There are a lot of private candidates also. So,
wow.
a lot.
That's incredible.
Yeah, from different parts of the world and country.
I have seen you performing, and of course other children as well, performing as a team, obviously. The first time I saw you first hand, really, was at the Vunani Annual Botswana Women's Sports Awards just last year, right?
Yes.
And then post that, I would also see you. I think I also saw you performing at Miss Botswana. How many events overall do you really participate in locally in a year?
In a year, if I'm being honest, I think it just comes to, we just plan for the year. We don't really say annually we have this performance that we do. Yes, it will just depend on what we plan for that year. Yes.
So, but there are also bookings that happen over and above your in-house calendar.
Of course, there are also where we get booked to go and perform. Yes.
Okay. So the competitions that you mentioned that you participated in, both locally and regionally,
Yes.
how did you fare? As an individual as your club?
Yeah. Individually, my first ever competition that was in primary, I won.
Wow.
I got position 1.
Wow.
I was dancing with a partner, so we both won. And then as time goes on, my first competition at Moonlight, I got position 4.
Okay.
Yes, I got position 4. I was very proud because it was my first competition after a long break. Yeah, so I was very proud of it. And then after that, after I changed partners a few times, I, started getting position 1s and 2s. We competed at FADANSA, Federation of Dance Sport South Africa, SADTF, the South African Federation of Dance. I got position 1 as well, position 2 here and there. But overall, as the club, we are the home of champions.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So does that explain now why you have all these trophies and medals?
Yes.
Just take me through some of them.
Unfortunately, I couldn't bring all of them.
Wow. So there's more than this?
There's more.
Wow.
This is just a handful.
2016. Yeah, can you please just take us through some of them?
So this one was... Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
This one was last year. It was at the University of Northwest.
I think just lift it up a bit so that your camera can pick it.
Yes, so this one was I got position 1 in the section called Youth Rising Star Championship.
Wow.
Yes, I got the position 1 at the Northwest University. And then moving on to this one, this one I won it. I won it at the FADANSA. FADANSA last year around June. I won it then.
Where was the competition?
It was in South Africa.
Okay.
South Africa, Joburg.
Joburg, okay.
Yes, I got position 1.
Nice.
And then dating back to the medals, this one was all back in 2016.
Yes.
It was for the national championship, the
Okay.
independence. I got position 2.
Wow.
Me and my partner.
Okay.
Yes, and then most of the medals here are mostly from the Independence Cup. This one here was from last year. I got position 1 with my partner, my current dance partner. We got position 1, still in the same section, Youth Rising Star Championship.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So you can either dance alone or dance with a partner or with a team.
Yes, we have what is called, when you dance with a partner, you're called a couple.
Okay.
When you dance alone, you're a soloist.
Okay.
And then when you dance together, it's called a formation.
Okay.
Yes.
And which one is your favorite of the three?
That's a tough choice. But if I had to choose one, a solo.
I would imagine so. I would imagine that
Yes.
it gives you the latitude
Yes.
to not necessarily do as you please, but to optimally showcase, what is burning
Exactly.
inside you.
Exactly.
So all of those categories that you mentioned earlier, I just want to gauge in terms of, because dance happens to have this thing about it where your face also communicates a lot. I mean, I know you mentioned body movements.
Yes.
I've seen you swing your hips and all of
Yes.
that, all of you. But I've also noticed that there are certain categories that when you dance to them, you have to have a very serious face. Not just you, but all of you.
Yes.
And then there are others where when you dance, you also have to wear this huge smile on your face. Can you just take us through that emotive part of dancing? What does it mean?
Okay, let's take cha-cha first. Cha-cha, like I said, is a very cheeky dance. So with something that's cheeky, you really have to be putting a charismatic smile on your face, being
Yes.
charming, winking your eye here and there, snapping your fingers to the music.
Yes.
So yeah, you have to be there.
You have to be
basically
alive.
bubbly. You get it.
Yes.
And then with samba,
Clock it.
clock it.
Clock it.
And
Sorry,
then
parents. Clock it.
and then with samba, you have to be more sassy. You have to be more sensual. You have to be, move your hips a little bit, be more fierce. You have to
Yes.
be a little bit more flirty, with the crowd, with your partner. If you're dancing with a partner,
Yes.
So that's samba.
Wow.
And then with ramba, like I said, the dance of love. You have to show emotion. If you're dancing with a partner, you have to show connection between you and your partner. With every twist, with every turn, with every step, with every pointing toe, you have to show connection.
You have to
and
be in
emotion.
sync.
You have to. You just get it. You just get it. So yeah, that's rumba. You just have to. Just
Wow.
yeah, strong
Okay.
emotions.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then with the paso doble, you have to be fierce, quick agility, speed, precision. Yes, because
Wow.
remember, it's a dance between a matador and a bull. So when you're fighting a bull, you have to be very precise.
Yeah.
You have to be very quick. You have to have agility with what you're doing, or else.
Yes, otherwise you're gone.
You're just gone.
Yes.
So you have to do it with fierce precision and everything.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, and then when it comes to jive, you have to be bubbly.
Wow.
You have to force yourself to be bubbly. You have to be energetic because it's a very
Rhythmic.
it's very rhythmic. You have to be bubbly. You have to be energetic. You also have to be very quick on your feet. You have to be also very quick. So you
Wow.
have to have a smile on your face.
Yes.
Yes. You have
Okay.
to shimmy that shoulder a bit.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So tell me, what's the youngest age at which one can sign up for dance? I mean, I've seen children that I believe were in, just like you mentioned, even
Yes.
started one,
Yeah.
much younger kids. But what's the age, entry age?
The entry age is from 4.
Okay.
As young as 4, you can just bring them along.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
And you just, as old as you can get, just 60. Come.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So I know because I have a friend. Her name is Kim Pomaribe. She's a ballroom dancer and she's been dancing since our primary school days, and even now she still dances.
Yes.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. So it also reminds me because she's one of those people who just have this insane fitness schedule. It takes me back to that thought of when you are a dancer, ballroom or Latin dance,
Yes.
what are the health and wellness requirements that guide you? Can chubby boys and girls come and join? Does weight affect one's performance? Even ultimately how they progress through to the end? Because I recall only seeing people of your body size. So I wonder if it's written somewhere that you have to be like it is probably with the beauty patients, that you have to have 1 carrot a day. Just take us through the health and wellness part.
With dance, it's a sport. It's a sport. It's considered a sport in many different countries: China, Asia, Russia, Germany, South Africa. So it's considered a sport. So with it, you have to have. I don't want to have. I don't want to use the word "have to," but you need to.
It's an advantage.
Thank you. It's an
Yes.
advantage to have a slimmer body, because with it, with that you can be able to do what's needed. Jumping,
Being
twisting,
lifted.
turning, being lifted. So it's an advantage to have a leaner body. But since it's a sport, if you come in chubby,
It's able to support you and assist you.
you're going to lose that weight.
Okay.
Yes, so you don't stress yourself. I'm chubby. I can't.
I
No,
love that.
Just come. If you are really dedicated to it, you will be the best ever you can. Yes.
I love that. And I just want to emphasize on the point that she just made, just for our little ones at home, for them to not despair or feel like they don't belong. It is for everybody. It is for any body size. It is for any age and height. And, even if you're a little bit chubby, as she said, it's okay for kids to be chubby. Kids are
Yeah.
kids, but I love the fact that you are emphasizing that it is actually a sport that can
Yes.
also assist one,
Yes.
to particularly if they're very keen and passionate, to still be in the sport itself, which is fantastic. So, what international outside South Africa have you performed or participated in any other international?
No, I haven't participated, but that is the goal. I am aspiring to go to China, Beijing, China to be specific, to go and study Latin and get my degree at the Beijing Dance Academy.
Okay.
Yes, so I haven't yet gotten there, but that's the end game.
Okay. So you really want to go all the way into this dance thing.
All the way.
Botswana is busy through, especially our youth,
Yes.
busy breaking the glass ceiling.
Yes.
I'm sure you saw Rahon, I think the surname is pronounced, Rahon, who qualified for the Grand Slam in Australia. For the first time, we'll have a Motswana participate in the Youth Grand Slam.
Yes.
That is tennis, of course.
Yes.
And I think it gives me hope as well that, the passion that you are speaking with about the sport, that you will also be a pioneer in that regard, in terms of taking the blue, white, and black flag internationally, and ensuring that you still, however, come back still and make sure that you help and support those who are coming kotlase, to enable them equally to thrive and to shine in that regard. So take us through how you prepare for a competition. What do you do? How hectic is it? How do you relax those muscles ahead of such a? I'm assuming there would be a huge audience watching. Take us through that process.
As an individual or like as the club?
As an individual.
As an individual. As an individual, there are competitions where our routines can be changed. But I'll take it as when my routines are not changed. When my routines are not changed, there are certain things that I sit down and I look into. I'm like, okay, my hand, the last competition, it wasn't perfect. My foot wasn't perfect. So I sit down and I self-introspect, basically. And then those 3 weeks maybe before the competition, I will work on those. I will work on my confidence. I will work on my technique, but I also won't put much strain on my body because I still have to go and compete.
Okay. And then, so ultimately, in terms of just, obviously, you've mentioned that you are a coach already.
Yes.
How is it being a coach vis-a-vis a student?
I'm not gonna lie, I wish I was just a coach. I'm not going to lie, because being a coach, for me, I see the fire in my students that my coach saw in me, my first coach. So I just want to bring that
The best.
fire out of everyone that I teach. So I really, really very much enjoy coaching. Yes.
So tell me, sport naturally has quite a huge role, in our lives.
Yes.
Over and above the health and wellness aspect, which we can never really move away from. There's also that element of sport, particularly for younger people, keeping you busy and keeping you away from trouble. What do you think dance contributes to that whole equation?
With dance, you have to be very disciplined. So it teaches you how to be disciplined, and then you take that discipline into your personal life. So with dance, you can't come for training today, then don't come for training 3 weeks, and then come, and then you expect progress. So it teaches you how to be consistent with yourself
And work hard.
Because dance is very hard. So it teaches you discipline, consistency, working hard, commitment. Yes.
Okay. To what extent do you credit parents in this equation as well? One thing I've observed, having worked closely with the club, is that the parents are quite involved. There would be daily rehearsals, for the awards, and the parents would be bringing you on a daily basis. What role do you think they play in this whole situation?
Parents are our supporters, our pillars. Without them, really, because dance is very expensive. From the dresses to the shoes to the makeup to the hair, traveling, accommodation, it's very expensive. So for them, they're really our supporters, our pillars, because for training on a daily basis, every time, every month, without fail. How can I competition? Keep on about paying. How can I performance? Keep on about they take us to training. So parents, I would like to believe without them, we wouldn't be able to live out our passion. Yes.
Okay. Shout out to the parents. And now my question that keeps recurring in every conversation that I have with the youngsters like yourself. Botswana turns 60 in September.
Yes.
What vision do you have for Botswana as it pertains to sport and as it pertains to particularly dance?
Particularly to dance, I just hope that the government sees that there is a lot of potential in other industries, the arts specifically, because I would like to. I don't want to say I would like to believe, but these days kids, they're more into arts. They're more into self-expression. So if the government was to just peek their eye into that area of kids, start bringing back sports at school, start bringing conventions where it's just about the arts. I am telling you, this industry of art will be a very big industry, and it will reduce the amount of our kids amount of trouble that our kids get in. And I just hope that our government just peeks an eye, just a peek. Yes.
There are two key pronouncements, in my view, that have been made recently in relation to the arts, where the Minister of Sport and Arts, Honorable Jacob Gelebeng, one, there was mention that I think 200 million pula has been set aside for the creative industry.
Yes.
Actually, there are three key highlights. One, the 200 million pula has been set aside for the creative industry. And then secondly, just recently we saw the appointment of the National Arts Council of Botswana. Not only did they appoint a new CEO, but they also appointed a new board.
Yes.
And then thirdly, and I think the composition of the board in terms of there are some artists in there,
Yes.
creatives in there.
Yes.
And then thirdly, what is the third one? I think the third one the third one is where the minister himself at the just ended Botswana Tourism Piso that was held in Francistown,
Yes.
where he made a call, to the business community in particular,
Yes.
for them to optimize on our creative artists.
Yes.
Use them as brand ambassadors, invest in them. Because at the end of the day, we want to be able to live off of sport. So, when you talk about you want to pursue a degree in Latin dance,
Yes.
who knows that, you could be tomorrow, you could be an ambassador of company X. And I think I love the fact that you're emphasizing that the sport itself is quite expensive.
Yes.
And so we would love for all of these pronouncements ultimately to work well to ensure that at the end of the day, it is the artist, who benefits. But I want to hear it from you in terms of how you would love for, for corporates to participate and support the sport.
Like you said, I'd very much appreciate it if corporates would not only pick just artists, music artists, because mostly
That's the
music artists,
trend.
that's the trend that
Yes.
goes. I would appreciate it if they went to maybe painters, dancers, to
The
to
entire
be
pipeline.
just go everyone as a form of entertainment, because just because you work in corporate doesn't mean you don't have other interests in other things. You might be working in corporate, but you have an eye for art. So as if you take an artist, a painter, and put them in that setting where someone is interested in art, in painting, then you're giving that young person an opportunity to place them in that field and get a chance to bloom their art and their passion. So I really just hope that, let's put our artists in a space where they can just bloom.
Okay. And then I think lastly, Botswana is quite vast. We have people in Kalahadi, we have people in Maung, Kasane, Pikwe, it's quite broad. It's a vast country naturally.
Yes.
What vision do you have in terms of, because I think a lot of things happen to be taking place only in Gaborone
Yes.
and in the cities, obviously Gaborone, Francistown, but also the towns, but people in, settlements, people in villages, they're not included in a lot of things. How do you think we can address this as a society?
Schools.
Would you love to see more children
I really
take up
would.
dance?
I really would, because when the government has went to those settlements, they start dancing. They start dancing. So I just let's start
it.
in schools, because that's where they are. Yes, that's where they spend most of their time. So let's start at schools. Let's introduce these things, because Latin, but I love this. Just like me, I love this. So let's introduce these sports, different kinds of sports: tennis, basketball, dance, rugby. Let's bring them back to schools. Let's reach the kids first. The parents will follow.
Okay. In our offline conversation, you mentioned that you also have a a vision to one day own your own dance school.
Emma.
Do you think you'll be expanding your footprint to those areas we spoke about?
Everywhere you turn your head, I am there. I'll be in everyone's ears. Emma.
Okay.
Emma.
Okay. Any last words, Tlotlo, that you have for our viewers?
I would just like to say a short words to my fellow youth that don't bottle up yourself. If you have a passion that you want to go into it. The fear, the anxiety that it's there.
You've been there.
But just go through it. You owe yourself that much because not everyone is meant to go academics. And I feel like you shouldn't pressure yourself because my parent wants me to go academically, but you always find that one person in your life, whether it's your cousin, whether it's your aunt, your grandmother, you find that one person who will support you in everything that you do. Find that person, keep them by your hip, fulfill your passion, and just drive through it. You will not regret it. You owe yourself that much.
Wow, beautifully said. Beautifully said. And I think now the very last question. I think it's imperative that I ask you the question because you are 19 years old compared to perhaps a child. The last guest that we had here was 9 years old, but still we're able to talk through socio-economic issues. And so I'd like to pose it to you. Are you aware that Botswana has a drug and substance abuse challenge?
Yes, I am aware. I am aware.
Is that something that bothers you?
It is because even my close friends, I'm very concerned. It's that close. It's not something that I'm seeing from afar. It's that
not something that you're hearing from other people. You actually get to see it.
Yes. So
and what do you think can or should be done in this regard?
I think Hella, if I'm just being general,
yes, let's
cut it off. Let's as parents, I know it might be difficult because we're teenagers. Let's talk to our youth because I think as hard as it may be to just utter the word I'm not okay to my parent, just the parent coming to me and being me like thing. I feel like from that that's step number one. From the government, I just wish that they find because there's a time where they were busting drug dealers left, right, and center. So I just like them to let's go back then. Let's bust these drug dealers left, right, and center. Let's close these vapes vape stores because at this point they're just selling to everyone. They don't check your ID. They're just selling to everyone. So let's just
that's powerful.
Let's just cut it, Emma.
And issues of teenage pregnancy and bullying at schools. What word do you have for the doers and those that it's being done to?
Those that it's being done to, speak up. Those people that are dealing with their own problems and they're just looking for an outlet. And don't let yourself be an outlet. Speak up, whether it's to your mom, to your dad, your cousin. Speak up. Someone will help. As to the bullies, you're not alone. You're not alone. You know that there's something wrong. And it might be home, school, friends.
Seek help for the underlying problem that's making you to bully others.
Just speak to anyone because there's just that one person in your life who you feel I can talk to. Just speak, Emma.
Okay. Well, ending on a very somber note, talking here to Tlotlo Mogotlwane, 19-year-old. Latin dancer. She's not only a dancer, but she's now also a junior coach at Moonlight Dance Studio. Her vision, as you've heard her, is that one should love to pursue a degree in Latin dance so that ultimately she can come back to Botswana and inculcate or transfer those skills into the younger upcoming generation. And then, of course, we also heard her speak very passionately about how she believes in equality, in inclusion and diversity, making a plea to all key stakeholders, government, the private sector, to us as parents, to ensure that we create a conducive and enabling environment for our children to thrive. So it's quite a huge call that we all must take up so seriously to ensure that we do not disable our little ones. We do not take away their dreams. Instead, we nurture them and we support them, in that regard. I think her very last points here really touched the nerve in me. Because first of all, she acknowledged the fact that when she talks about drugs and substance abuse, it's not something that she reads about in the papers. It's something that she herself experiences or has experienced in her circle. That really goes to show that we are all affected, and we really need to stand up together and address all these social ills. Drug and substance abuse, bullying. I think her interesting perspective on bullying is that even the bully themselves, if you know that you are a bully and you are a child and you are bullying others, not just a child, but if you're just a bully in general, her call and plea is that you should actually seek help because there is something that is making you to do that. And of course, to those being bullied, do not keep quiet. Speak out. Someone will listen. I read just the other day about how a youngster, in fact, ended up going to the police station to report that they were being bullied at school. And the police went to the school, and the child, this is in a different country, and the child who was bullying was expelled. So I think we should never, ever, give up, even when we go through those challenges. This message, of course, for the little ones, if we go through these challenges, don't lock yourself up in your room. Get out, find someone to speak to so that ultimately someone can help you out. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Just for Kids with Aunty Kes podcast. It's been a beautiful pleasure having you.
It's my
and
pleasure.
I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. And hopefully one day you'll be back here wearing your graduation hat and showing us that you've made it insofar as your dreams are concerned.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Aunty Kes.
You are most welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know Boroko Batsadi, ra leboga.